Hello punters and welcome to the second preview of the evening now. Of course it is, sorry to be a bit late ahead of tomorrow, but hopefully you can still get the chance to get through this and get on. The Randwick meeting tomorrow is the one that I'm going to go through and dissect now. I'm going to quickly whiz through this and then get on to the Eagle Farm and Morphettville meetings, which I'll also dissect. I'll run through them very quickly. As I will with this one, try and get you on your way and get you some winners ahead of tomorrow. So, racing tomorrow at Royal Randwick. At this stage, we'll be racing on a soft 6 at this stage, and I'd say we'll be working that soft range. So, I've done the form based on those sort of weather conditions. So, just going to get straight into it. First race on the card, 11:35 start for Randwick, 1400 metres for the 2-year-olds. Have a look at the speed map here. I'd say Mandela should be able to get that box seat. So excellent proposal, will go forward and probably will have the lead on its own. I don't really see anything jumping out of the ground to lead. I'd say Roman Wolf will try and be prominent from that outside barrier. And Frosty Rocks might try and get the box seat. But I think excellent proposal should get this lead pretty comfortably. Look, I'm happy now that this horse at $2 to take it, and it's number 3 Mandela. I mean, it was a really tormenting time run last start on debut. Really just had the race in its grasp, and it just ducked out at the last minute and lost itself the race to Exceed the Stars. There's no slouch. It's quite a decent little horse, that one. So since then, though, the trial was just sensational at Randwick. I couldn't go past it. Now that it's at $2, I'm really happy to back it and put it on top. So number 3 Mandela on top, just from that inside barrier. It needs just that ounce of bit of luck. But I see it doing exactly what it did last start in its maiden, and this time getting the chocolates. In for second, I like number 7 Starlight. Now, this horse is going to have to make up a bit of ground from the back, but it ran a really nice race last time out by and having fun, and it meets here again. Interestingly, this time Starlight gets the weight swing. It goes from 58.5 down to 55, while having fun goes 57 down to 55.5. So second up also for Starlight, maps to get a better run, so I'm happy to have it on top. In for second. In for third, number 4, Having Fun. Same reasons. It was a really good win last time out, but it really did have all the favours in that victory. It sort of sat on the inside and got out late and just went straight through and won that race well. But I just can see Starla turning the tables, and the form of that race is really good. Special Snappers since come out and won, which split the 2 horses on that occasion. So the form for those 2 gallopers are really good coming into this. So I'm happy to have number 4 Having Fun into third. In for fourth, I like number 8 War Baron. I think this horse will appreciate the step up to the 1400 metres. It also ran that Exceed the Stars Mandela race. I can't see it running down Mandela, but it should be finishing on well late. So just to recap the numbers on race number 1, I like number 3 Mandela on top. In for second, number 7 Starlight. In for third, number 4 Having Fun. And in for fourth, number 8 War Baron. Race number 2, the Tab Highway, over 1100 metres. Pretty nice race this actually for a highway race. Looking at the speed map here, quite a lot of speed. So Moonshine Lady off the inside will be forward, in with a chance. We'll try and be quite prominent. Sizzle on the Bridge will be definitely getting forward from barrier 8. And Alcatran and Blinking Noodles will be trying to get forward from the outside barriers, you would suggest. Look, it's the return of number 5, Healing Hands, but for me, I've lent the way of number 8, Sassini. I think this horse run was really good behind San Marco last time out in a highway over the 1000 metres. The extra 100 metres is going to suit nicely, and I'm just really keen to get leading its way to win this race. I think it's paying nice odds, the $10 odds and $2.90 for the place. It's going to get a really good run from barrier 6. I can see a bit of speed being on, as there always are on these highways. And it's just going to charge over the top of them later. So I've got it on top at a bit of value to beat number 5, Healing Hands. Look, probably the best horse of the race. I'm just a bit of a query first up here. The trial was really good leading in, but it didn't beat too much there at Musselbrook. So just a little bit, just sort of got it at arm's length just for now. I'm very intrigued with this horse's ability, but I just can't put it on top first up at $2.50. So I've got it for second. In the third, I like number 2 Siege Warfare, who of course did like the other week in the Tab Highway. Ran in that San Marco race. Sassini did beat it fair and square that day. Did charge on late, didn't really get a whole lot of luck, so but a bit more luck this time around, run a better race, and it's paying nice odds once again. And in the fourth, I like number 1 Irish Songs. I think this horse just travelling nicely, doing what it does. A good fourth by Gumshoe last time out. It's fourth up now, Rock Hard Fit. It's going to come into this race quite nicely from barrier 10 with Sam Clipper in the saddle. So recapping the numbers on race number 2, I like number 8 Sassini on top to beat number 5 Healing Hands. And for third I like number 2 Siege Warfare, and for fourth number 1 Irish Songs. Race number 3, 1200 metre, 3-year-old benchmark 74. Checking the speed map in this one, I'd say Sir Elton and Hawk Brown Herb will be spear out from the inside barriers over the 2 leads. I'd say Denawi will try and get across from barrier 6. And so, bit of a speed battle there. Stellar Seasun might just be able to get the perfect run, one out, one back behind them. I do find it really hard to go against the top 2 on the market here, but I have lent the way of number 6, Hawk Brown Herb. I think it can beat Sir Elton on this occasion. This horse beat Wimlar last time out as a $1.50 favourite, resuming at Canterbury a midweek meet. Wimlar has since come out during the week and won, so that in the midweek program at Warwick Farm. So the form line's really good leading in. Looking at like last prep for Hawk Brown Her, I was in some really good races. I mean, you're looking at a 0.4 of a length behind Zalate as a genuine group horse, and beat Task and Purpose by half a length. I mean. And the 2 trials leading into that win, it was 0.4 length behind Wagner and 0.5 length behind Sylvia's Mother. So, I mean, this horse got a lot of ability. I think it's going to show it and flex its muscle here, and it's going to beat number 3, Sir Elton. I have no knock on $1.75, though I'd rather lean to the $2.90 of Hawkbury and Herb, providing much better value. But this horse gave a really good kick last time out at Randwick. Won nicely, so no knock on it. It's backing up again here with off 2 weeks. Prior to that, it won at Wyong, really beat well. And Lashes came out of that race, and we thought that during the week at the farm that Lash would be the one to follow, but it really failed and was very disappointing. So the form out of that isn't great. So I'm just a little bit of a query to that. I've got no doubt in this horse's ability, but $1.75, I'd rather lean the $2.90 about Hawkbury, who I think has a slight class edge. If a third, I like number 5, Stellar Seasun. Definitely isn't out of this. Going to get the perfect run. If they ever do it out front, it's just going to whip around them and could finish over the top of them late. I mean, the form out of Stellar Seasun's midweek win at the Kensington track a few weeks back is really good. It was beat Cyber Intervention, who has come out and run brilliantly last week at Randwick. Also, then it had Watchdog, who's since come out won during the week at Warwick Farm. So the form line out of it's really good. Prior to that, it was 0.5 length behind the Party Girl. So this horse is always in the finish. It's never missed a place from its 8 starts. So I'd suggest it'll do that again. It'll be in for third. And paying pretty good odds, to be honest. $8.58 and $1.85 the place. Looks pretty appealing. If a fourth, I do like number 8, Miss Steed. I think if they do overdo out front, this horse can return to form. It was pretty disappointing last time out. It closed off late behind Notation, and of course it's absolutely flying. So the form-out Notations race are really good. Prior to that, it beat Echo Jam really impressively at Canterbury when resuming this preparation. Third up now, Rock Hard Fit. I expect an improved run from her. So recapping the numbers on race number 3, I like number 6, Hawkbury and Her on top to beat number 3, Sir Elton. In for third, I like number 5, Stellar Seasun. In for fourth, number 8, Miss Steed. Race number 4, 1400 metre, fillies and mares, benchmark 78. Checking out the speed in this race, I'd say that Velociter should be able to either get the box seat or they might even push up and try and find the rail. Judge Judy will spear across the outside. And I'd say slow burn like Chicabella might show a bit of pace, but for me, Velociter is just going to get the perfect run of the race. Going to be really hard to beat. It's paying nice odds at $3.80 as well. I think that's really appealing to take for this sort of race. It's just got mapped perfectly. And you look at it, second up stats aren't great, but it was that first up run by Notation was really good. It charged home nicely late. My only query is it's had 4 starts on the soft for 0 wins and no placings either. So I'm got a little bit of a query. That's perhaps why it is $3.80, but I'm still keen to back it. I think it was a really good run first up, and if it can get into that nice spot, it's really going to finish off nicely from the box seat. In for second, I do like number 9, High-Low Bet, Jay Ford on this one, and really impressive at Warwick Farm when it was absolutely smashed on that occasion. Went from $6 into $2.60 and won with the backing behind it. So that was a real impressive win. It was on a heavy track, so if we get a bit of rain, I'll probably be swapping those 2 around, Velociter and High-Low Bet, but that was a really good run and a good win, that one. So I like number 9 in for second. If a third, I like number 7, Judge Judy, no knock on it. Second up stats are fantastic, 3 wins from 3, second up. Beat Nuka upon resuming at Canterbury over 12.50. Nuke's since come out and run just okay during the week, so form's, it's okay, but doesn't mind the soft going, and it's a pretty consistent horse, so I do think it'll be in the placing, so I've got it in for third. In for fourth, I think this horse, number 1, Slow Burn. Now, it's a bit of a hard one to take, but ran behind Passenger Time 2.9 lengths. The format of that race is not too bad. The trials since have been very, very good by Slow Burn. It hasn't been up for a while, but it could not find an easier race. So if it's up to its best, it could knock these over. So just to recap the numbers on race number 4, I like number 6, Velocity on top to beat number 9, Hilo Bet at the low weight. In for third, I like number 7, Judge Judy. And for fourth, number 1, Slow Burn. Race number 5, midway through the card, we're looking at the 2,000 metre open race here. The Eremine handicap. Stacks of speed in this. Dylan's Romance will spear out, so White Boots will be quite prominent, probably get the box seat. Harper's Choice, Master of Arts, Master of Time, Wu Gok, they'll all be quite forward, and I think it'll set up really nice for Dagny, who will just be sitting out the back. But I really want to lean the way of number 1, Mask of Time, with Hugh Bowman in the saddle. I thought it was a pretty good run last time out. Charged home late behind Duke of Valentinois. Finished 7th on that occasion, but only 1.4 lengths off. Steps back up to 2,000 metres. Last time I was at this, it finished behind the Superstar mare Winks at the 2,000. And I just think that, yeah, you're looking at the form here. You got Group 3, Group 1, Wait for Age, Group 1 and 2 form listed races. Then it comes into this in an open race. So I think it's just got it's just got the class advantage, and it should be winning this race. Just a bit of a worry about where it might land in the run, but for a 2,000 metre race, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I'm happy to have it on top to beat number 4, Wu Gok, who I'm happy to have if it gets into that heavy range. If it stays this soft range, I'm going to relegate it, but I'll just wait and see. But that run last time out, beating Dr. Drill, was really good. It was extremely well backed on that occasion. So if we get a bit more rain, I'll be happy to I'll probably swap them over and put it on top. But as for now, I can leave it at second. If a third, number 7, Dagny, as I mentioned, will get the drop on these. They're going to get, if they overdo it, it's just going to power over them late. Gets up to 2,000 for the first time this preparation, and I just think Rock Hard Fit is just going to finish over top of them late, so I'm happy to have it in for third. If a fourth, number 8, White Boots, just doesn't run a bad race. Robbie Dolan gets a 1.5 kilo claim, brings it right down to 50.5 kilos, so this horse will really be giving a good side, and I think finished 1.2 lengths off where he got last time out, and as I mentioned, it's only missed the place twice in its whole career. So this horse will definitely be giving a sider, and it's mapped to off the barrier 1 to get a really good run in the race. So recapping the numbers on race number 5, I like number 1, Mask of Time on top. In for second, number 4, Wu Gok. As I mentioned, if we get that rain, it gets up to the soft 7 or heavy 8 range, which is unlikely, but if we do, then I'll be happy to back it. In for third, I like number 7, Dagny, and in for fourth, number 8, White Boots. Race number 6, 800 metre, benchmark 78. Checking the speed map here. Lots of speed in this. I'd say Uwasava will spear out to get the front. Motsi Sisu will be trying to get towards the front. Millicent will go forward, and so will Dr. Drill and Tory Draw as well. So a lot of speed in this race. And I think it'll set up really nice for this horse. Number 7, Isle Missile, is paying some nice odds. This horse has Christian Reith off it for Peter and Paul Snowden. It was pretty average last time out. It just never came on the heavy track. Comes back to the soft going, which it also is a great. It's better on top of the ground, but I just think that the race will set up really nicely for this, and it's coming from stepping up the 800 metres. It might just suit it nicely, and I just think it's paying nice each way odds. If we can get back to the form that it was in deep into last preparation, where we're looking at a second behind Live and Free, 2 times in a row. Look, and then it beat Mad Fox really impressively. So I think if this horse can return to that sort of form here, I think it can just turn the tables. Just is really mapped to get the perfect run of the race. So it will get its chance. Again, if the track dries out, I'll be very, very keen to back it. At the moment, a little bit hesitant, but I'm happy to have it on top based on the speed map, and it'll get its chance. If a second, I like number 2, Love Is Silly. This horse will get through the going, so I'm happy about that. And it was really good beating Rakik last time out. It's had a bit of a freshen up since then. That was back on the 12th of June. So it returns here. The step up, it comes back in distance, mind you, from 2,100 to 800. So it's a little bit of a query. Just, that's probably why I didn't have it on top. Otherwise, I would have. I'm just not too sure if this is maybe the freshen up run for something further. but I'm happy to have it in for second. In for third, I do like number 12, Monsieur Sisu. Just gets through this going, and especially if it gets into that heavy range. It was just run down late by a tension run last time out, but it still gave a good kick. Glenn Boss is in the saddle, so it should give it a nice sight. And in for fourth, I like number 6, Heir to the Throne, who Henry Dwyer has brought up from Victoria. As I mentioned, similarly with Iron Missile, this horse is going to get a good run in the race. My only query with it is it's only had the 2 places from 6 starts on the soft. Last time out, got one of those placings against Tinker Most where it really charged home late. But this horse is going to get all the favours. The speed will be on. It'll be able to come on from the back and charge home late. So to recap the numbers of race number 6, I have left number 1, Dr. Drill, out now. This might surprise a few of you, but I just think that the wide barrier really concerns me. I don't know where it's going to end up, and it's got to carry 60 kilos. So a little bit of a query there for me. It's probably the best horse in the race, but I don't know. Just wanted to look elsewhere with a bit of value personally. So recapping the numbers of race number 6, I do like number 7, Iron Missile each way at some nice odds. In for second, I like number 12, Monsieur Sisu. Number 2, Love is Silly. And for third, number 9, 12, Monsieur Sisu. And in for fourth, number 6, Heir to the Throne. Race number 7, benchmark 88 over 1400 metres. Look at the speed map here. Raymond and Gresham will get off on the inside barriers. Lundberg might just be able to sit behind them. Sweet Deal. Notation will get forward, as will Reflectivity. So a lot of speed in this race. And I think I've set up really nicely for number 7, Gongs. I think this horse is a really nice each way play. It was disappointing last time out on the heavy, but it comes back to the soft going, which I'm convinced it does better in. Prior to that, it beat Kunamara nicely, and Kunamara's been in some good form. Prior to that, it was 2.2 lengths behind Shah Lane. I just think that this horse coming from 1100 back up to 1400, I think the 1400 will suit this horse nicely. They're really going to go out hard in this race, and it'll suit it perfectly to come on from the back. So I'm happy to have it on top. To beat number 2, Smart Edge, who's also paying some nice odds. This horse won really well last time out in Queensland. It's paying $6.50 here, $1.95 the place. Going to get all the favours to run on from the back. My only query is its wet track form, but I am happy to have it in the numbers based off the speed map, where I think it'll just get the perfect run of the race. In for third, I do like number 5, Notation. This horse is absolutely flying at the moment, and it's going for the 4th in a row. Can get through the going, we know that. It enjoys racing this track, so I think this horse, and we'll get a good read on it, Velocity going around earlier on in the card. If it gets up, it'll strengthen the form of Notation. It'll give a really good sight from the front. I just think there's a lot of pace on it, and might be found wanting late. But in for fourth, I like number 4, Sweet Deal, who on her best, she could really knock these out, but the soft track stats, so the wet track stats are pretty poor, and Smart Edge beat it pretty fair and square last time out, so I'm happy to have it in for third though. In for fourth, sorry. I do think it'll be finishing on late and third up, and I think I'll see a bit of improvement out of it. Happy to leave number 8, Lundberg, out. I thought it had all the favours last time out, but beat Bangkok. I didn't think that form race was really that good. Prior to that, it was only just beat by Riverbird. Of course, that's really superior form here, so. Look at it now. Look, I'll probably I'll swap it in for Sweet Deal. How about that? I'll put it in my top 4. It'll be in the finish. Let's be honest. So recapping the numbers, race number 7, number 7 Gongs on top. I just think it's got great each way appeal. Step out in the 400, it's just going to suit perfectly. In for second, I like number 2 Smart Edge. In for third, number 5 Notation, and in for fourth, number 8 Lundberg. We'll put it in. Got to put the favourite in. Race number 8, 600 metres, benchmark 78. Look at the speed map here. Monsieur Sisu. Well, this will be interesting what race it decides to go in. It's got Kathy O'Hara booked in this one. It's got Glenn Boss booked for race number 6. So we'll wait and see where it goes here. I think this race here, more than likely, is where it's going to go. Race number 8. It's going to map to get a nice run. Scholarly will get out and ping out, and like Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott horses do, lead from the front. Condor, Monasterio, Private, not a whole lot of speed to be honest, so I do think that it'll be a quite easy lead for Scholarly. And look, it's a bit of a query, because for me, if Monsieur Sisu runs in this race, I'll put it in my top 3, but I'll just say for now that it won't, just as an example. I'm happy to have number 10 Travancore on top. I'm just hoping that Jason Collett gets it a bit closer to the speed. This horse has really turned its form around for Claire Cunningham, and was really good winning at Canterbury 2 starts back, and charged home late behind No Escape last time out. And the form doesn't look too good there, but No Escape and Fuel were both on pace and they both stuck on. Nothing really came off from the back except for Travancore. It did come back, and I really read a lot into that. So I'm going to have it on top. I just hope that they can get a bit closer in the run, because I don't think it'll win from back in the field. I'm happy to have number 1, Scully, in for second now. It's got to carry 61 kilos, but Blake Shillenstall is going to get all the favours out in front. This horse was really good last preparation. It's had a bit of a break. It's had over a year, in fact. It's had 443 days. But it resumed at Sandown, and it won 3 times in a row, winning at Sandown Hillside twice, and then a benchmark 78 at Cranbourne. Then it went to Warrnambool and went out to the 2,350 metres and was found wanting there. But the 2 recent trials have not been too bad, so I'm happy to have it in for second, just because I think it's going to get all the favours on pace. It's going to need this run, obviously, but Blake Shin's a key booking for me. It's carrying 61. They're happy to let it carry it, and I just think it will get the run of the race. $3.70 is a pretty good place chance, to be honest. If for second, I do like number 5. In for third, number 5, Condor. Now it's got to navigate the wide barrier, but if it can do so, I think it would run a nice race here, third up. Never won at all places the track, bit of a query, but soft track stats are really good. So, and I think this horse, if it's close enough to the speed, will give a nice kick. Now, if a fourth, number 2, Monsieur Sisu, if it races in this, as I mentioned, will get a really good run in the race, especially if we get a bit more rain on. I'll be very keen to bump that up the order. But if it doesn't run, I'm happy to have number 12 on Angel's Wings. I think this horse is right at the bottom of the weights at 50 kilos. And I just think it'll be close enough in the run that might just give a nice sight and prove and be in the minor placing. So just to recap the numbers on race number 8 tomorrow at Royal Randwick. On top I have number... sorry, there's a bit of a breather. So on top I number 10 Travancore, in for second number 1 Scully, in for third I like number 2 Monsieur Sisu, in for third number 5 Condor, in for fourth I like number 2 Monsieur Sisu, as I mentioned. If it's out, I'm happy to have number 12 on Angel's Wings from barrier 1. Looking into race number 9, final race of the card, benchmark 78 over the 1,000 metres, and a lot of speed in this, as you expect in a 1,000 metre dash. Royal Witness will be forward, Tony Coney will expect to use inside barrier. Quick Nick and Leon Cochette will be quite prominent. So, interesting sort of speed battle, and for me this will set up really nice for number 7 Tonico. Now that Grey Worm's come out, this horse, I'm even more keen on it now. The soft track form are really good. Last 2 starts has been on a heavy, just has not handled the going. Prior to that was really good. It was a real eye catcher coming home from the back by November Man. I'll be looking back at that sort of form. Gets a soft track tomorrow. 3 starts on a soft track for 2 wins and a placing. It's going to get all the speed to come off. It's just going to get a perfect run. Tommy Berry in the saddle, $11 and $3.10 the place. Really good odds. I'm happy to tab it on top. To beat number 3 Tony Coney of the on-speed runners, I think this horse can improve off the back of that run behind Alberman. Second up form's good. Obviously, last time it was second up, it won at Caulfield in Group 3 level, beating Longleaf. Can return to that form. I mean, it will be right in this. Just a question on if. I mean, since it's come back as a gelding, it really just hasn't been the same, which is obviously sometimes the opposite. You think it'll go the other way around, but I just think off the inside barrier, I wouldn't want to leave this one out, so I'm happy to have it in for second. If for third, I do like number 12 Natalia. The form behind this horse is pretty good. Was 1.1 of a length behind Victor Salute last start, was only just narrowly beaten. Has had a bit of a freshen up since then, 2 weeks off, and now it comes in this, and I think it'll run a really nice race as well. In for the fourth, I like number 11, Power Command, who's had a big break since November, in that November Man race that I mentioned Tonico came out of. This horse also has great soft track stats, so 4 starts for 2 wins and a placing, so I think it'll be finishing on nicely with Brent Abdullah in the saddle. So recapping the numbers on the last on the card, I like number 7 Tonico on top to beat number 3 Tony Coney. In for third, I like number 12 Natalia, and in for fourth, number 11 Power Command. So that's my preview tomorrow at Royal Randwick. Stay tuned, I'll be having a look at the Eagle Farm and Morphettville races up in the next video. Go check out the Flemington video if you haven't already, and happy punting. Good luck tomorrow. Apologies for the late uploads I do. I know it can be pretty hard when you're trying to follow, but the aim is to try and leave it for Fridays just to so we know all the scratchings, just like we saw grey worm today. And we can get the right market guides, and I can just help you out through there. So just keep an eye out on Fridays. Usually will be the days I'll have my videos up. So good luck, and yeah, I'll see you next video.